Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer, and this is Trailmakers. This is a new early access game. It is on Steam. I just picked it up about a week ago, and so far I am enjoying it. Just gonna do a quick little introduction to the game, show it off to you guys. I think this is, if you're watching my videos, I think this is something you'd definitely be interested in. I'm gonna go ahead and started a new save. So we'll start right from the beginning. It was actually my intention to just kind of play a couple minutes, make sure that the game ran, and then kind of make a first look, like first playthrough kind of video. And then I ended up playing for like 3 hours straight, and yeah, really enjoying it. It's really fun, really satisfying to play, very relaxing. But this is where you start out. This is the tutorial right at the very beginning. It's got a honestly, the building is a little bit clunky. It's very similar to oh, what's the name of the game? I can't think of the name of it now. Oh, it's gonna bug me. But it's a building game. Oh yeah, I gotta rotate it. With the blocks, and you like Lathrix plays it. Anyway, but it's all the building is drag and drop. As you can see here, I'm gonna go through it kind of quick, just because I've been playing a little bit, so I'm used to it. It is a little bit clunky to get things to line up where you want them to. It doesn't. Oh yeah, it's on there. Okay. And just the mouse building. I much prefer the From the Depths building style, but I guess that also is pretty clunky when you first start using it. So this is our first vehicle. I think there ends up being quite a bit of parts. I've seen like little pictures like on Steam where people have like boats and planes and submarines and all kinds of different cars. Oh, you can kind of see it right there here. But you can kind of. Oh no, it's not gonna let me have it. I don't have it accessed yet. I'm still gated out of it. There we go. We built our first car. Just real basic. 4 wheels and a steering wheel and an engine, and we're gonna take it for a spin. Yeah, this is the expedition mode, so you sort of cruise through the landscape, finding new parts and power-ups and cosmetics, and completing little challenges and puzzles, and it's very fun, very relaxing, low stress, and it's just fun to kind of cruise around. I will say the steering is a little bit, I don't know, like clunky. It's not. It needs work. I would say it's not unplayable, and it's really not bad. It's just it takes a while to get used to the way that the steering works. It's like. Oh, it's somewhat realistic where like the wheels have to turn before the vehicle will start to turn, and then you kind of keep turning for a second while the wheels turn back forwards. I'm not sure if it'll pick up in the video what I'm saying, or if you actually have to be like pressing the keys to see it. It's not a huge issue, but it is definitely there. I wanna point that out. I picked up a power core that lets me add another engine. The more power cores you have, the more engines and the bigger engines you can use. And then this is a save spot here. And this is kind of how the game goes. You just kind of cruise through, picking up more stuff. Here we'll go ahead and add the new engine like it's telling us to. Double our power. I like that it like changes the sound when you add more engines and different engines. Another power core. We can add a third engine now. go ahead and do that. And I love the graphics in this. Just, it's not realistic, but I just think it's so pretty. I just love driving around, kind of looking at the landscape. Oh, I'm gonna crash. Oh, that was close. Very nice. It does run. It runs good on my computer, but I wouldn't say a high-end computer, but it's definitely a gaming PC. That's the first challenge right there, is making it up that hill. I guess I made it look kind of easy since I've been playing a little bit. The first time I tried, oh, I'm gonna blow up. Yeah, the first time I tried, it took several attempts to make it up there. It's a good. I did that on purpose so I could show you the respawning mechanics. So when you die, it really doesn't matter. It just brings you right back to your last save point, and the save points are close enough together where it's never really that frustrating when you blow up. But yeah, plenty of engine power now. We'll make it right up that hill. And anyway, yeah, the performance. So I have a Core i3 6100 and 8 gigabytes of DDR4 and a GTX 770. And I'm getting a little bit lower FPS right now because I'm recording. Normally I get I go anywhere from like 40 to 70 FPS. Okay, in some spots it'll be a little bit worse. The lowest I've seen it drop to is 25. When I was in, actually I think it was actually pretty close to here. Yeah, I went over in, oh no, it wasn't quite here. It was like some forest, and for whatever reason the trees gave me a bunch of lag. But for the most part, I stay above 40, and don't really notice it. It doesn't feel like glitchy or anything like that. So we got that new block over there. Did I save it? Oh, I didn't even save. There we go. Okay, it's saved in case I crash into the ocean. And then as you go through, it's just like neat little like this. It doesn't really like pop up, this is your mission, this is what you have to do. It's just kind of like stuff is laid out, and you can decide to play with it, or you can just pass it up. So we're gonna try and make this jump, and there we go. Collected a bolt. So as you collect bolts, they unlock cosmetic pieces. So like every like 10 or 20 bolts, you get a new cosmetic piece. And if you fall over, you hit the R button. R repairs you and flips you upright. So it never. It doesn't. It's not frustrating where you're getting like flipped over and you got to get out and try and flip your vehicle over. Nope. Just hit R, flips you right back over, and you're back to having fun. There we go. Oh. That's like the sort of the second challenge there. First one was getting up that big hill, those ramps, and then we go up here. I think I can see another bolt up here, and I think there's also another building block. Oop, not quite enough steam. And we made it. Alright, what do we got up here? We got our large grid block. Let's pick up. Let's see if I can see those bolts. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where it's like, okay, just one more obstacle, and the next thing you know, it's like 3 in the morning, and you haven't eaten, and you're just wondering what you're doing with your life. Oh. There we go, another bolt. Alright, let's go back and show you like the first like building puzzle. Oh. Later on, you get like shock absorbers, so that when you go over jumps like that, it'll absorb it, and you won't lose wheels. But right now, any decent sized jump is potentially dangerous. So this is the first building challenge here. We got to get over to the other side, and as you can see, not really. Maybe I might actually be able to make it across as this. Nope, I'm hung up. Oh, deadly. Alright, so I think the solution to this is obvious. We just need a wider wheelbase so we can pull the wheels off, add on some more width, and there are buttons. It goes through in the beginning and kind of shows you all this stuff. It's not all that complicated. I just kind of cruise through it, just so you're not sitting there watching me fumble. And there's that, and then you can select parts and kind of pull off a selection. As far as I'm aware, there's no mirror mode. So you end up having to do everything twice as you're working on one side and then the other. Not a huge problem, but it would be nice if you could easily mirror things. And again, it's possible that it exists, and I just haven't figured it out. There we go. Alright, I think this is enough to get us across. There we go. Let's see if we can make it. Two bolts there, and we are across. Ooh, a new part. Let's go check out what it is. Small grid block. We are awesome. And gotta do the jump. Jumps are fun. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I have to rebuild this before I can make it over. Aw, messing it up. Oh, a little bit short. Yes. Another power core up there. Oh, this is the woods where, for whatever reason, it just seems like it lags out over in here. Oh, and of course, it's not doing it today. I do love the like if you look back, you can see the trail in the grass where we drove through. Hopefully that shows up in the video. Just really satisfying to drive through the grass and leave a path of mowed down grass behind you. Yeah, I think you can see that. Let's go see if we can make it up to the top of this hill. Oh, come on. Nope. Need a little bit more speed. And we made it. It's just so satisfying, the grass. One of my favorite things about this, just how it yeah, leaves that path of pushed over grass behind you. And then here is, if you can go off this way, it's sort of rewards you if you go and explore. There are lots of areas and special challenges to find, just kind of scattered around off the beaten path. There's no like right way to go. It's just sort of like how much you want to mess around. Oh, yeah, I don't think we have quite enough. We don't have the right setup for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's. I think I've shown you enough. Let's go ahead and get to the first checkpoint, and we'll end the video there. So you see the marker, the checkered flag on the screen. That is our very first checkpoint. So we'll save here. I'm just gonna head right for it. Yeah, more engines, more speed. Yep, we're gonna need that fourth engine to make it up this hill, and actually we'll probably have to remove some of the weight. Yeah, you can build anywhere. At any point you can stop and press B and build. You're not forced to do it in any particular areas. I believe you have an unlimited amount of like regular blocks. The only thing that you're really limited is your engine power, at least as far as I've run into. And you can do I have access to it? Yeah, I do have access. You can see these are some of my blueprints from my other save, but I'm not gonna use those. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. You're gonna check this out for yourselves. And oh yeah, all the blocks have weight to them. So these blocks, this is 0.6 kilograms, 2.5 kilograms, and then the grid blocks are the advantage of these is they are much lighter. This is 0.6 kilograms, and it's really big. But the disadvantage is you can only attach on these little ends there. So there are trade-offs and definite considerations when you're building. So we'll trim some of this off, get rid of some weight. And then we'll add one more engine, and that should be enough to get us up that last hill. Alright, here we go. And just made it. Oh, there's one more hill. Thought we were almost there. I thought we were there, but we got one more hill to go. Let's get the checkpoint, the power core, and the raw engine. Yeah, let's throw on the raw engine real quick. I like the, you'll be able to see the engine sound from this. The raw engine, bulky, robust engine, warning, explosive. Let's throw that on the front. Is that lined up right? Yeah. And hop in. Yeah, and you get that nice, throaty, supercharged sound. Sounds almost like a big diesel engine to me. And it's pretty heavy, but it gives you a ton of power. Let's see if I can do this without crashing. Woo! First try. Oh man, my first playthrough, I got stuck at that point for a good 15 minutes. And it was lots of fun. Oh, you can see here, here's another bolt. You have to figure out how to get to that up on the boxes there, the scaffolding. I'm not going to spoil how I did it. I'll let you figure that out for yourselves. There's several different options. You can try and jump off the ramp and land on it, or build a custom vehicle, or who knows what else you guys can come up with. You guys are creative. You'll figure it out. Alright, and we should have plenty of power now, making up this last hill. Oh yeah, no problems with that new engine. And here we go, first checkpoint. And there we go. To give us a little heads up. So we found 7 of the 11 blocks in this area. We did find all of the power core, only 10 of the 40 bolts. So you can see there was a whole lot of exploring left to do there if you choose to do it. Or you can just move along and keep progressing. You can come back here at any time. I'll go ahead and hit continue so you can see what I mean. We're just right back here, and this is the new area ahead. And if I wanted to go back and collect things that I missed, I'm totally allowed to do that. I do believe there are things that you have to sort of go forward and collect new parts and then come back with those new parts. But I might just not be creative enough to have figured out how to do it with the parts given. Jump islands. Oh, getting a little bit laggy here. But anyway, that is Trailmakers. It is currently $19.99 on Steam. I did pick it up on a little bit of a sale. I think I got it for like $17.99. I think it's totally worth it. I have more than gotten my my money's worth out of the game, and I'm not even close to. I guess it's hard to tell exactly how far I am through it. I'm about I would guess less than halfway through. I haven't gotten to the boats or the planes or any of that yet. And I think I've gotten to like the 4th or 5th checkpoint. And yeah, just a lot of fun. Very, very relaxing little game. Oh, there is here. I'll touch on. We'll go back to the main menu. There is a multiplayer mode. Well, challenge editor. I haven't even tried that yet. But you can do multiplayer. Oh, I haven't tried the multiplayer at all. Looks like there's some sessions you can join. I did kind of poke around on YouTube. It looks like the multiplayer mostly works, but I can't say for sure on that. So you can have up to 4 people and just sort of drive around. I think it'd be fun to get your friends on here and have like a race or something like that. I think that's all I wanted to. Oh yeah, the sandbox mode. I haven't tried the sandbox mode either. I imagine it just gives you all the parts and lets you go crazy on building whatever you like. I've been having a ton of fun in the expedition mode, trying out all the little puzzles, trying to get all the bolts and figure out ways to get up to where they are hidden. But that's Trailmakers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.